Hello everyone, my name is ZMarie here with Heart for Art Live. Today we're going to be learning how to draw our interpretation of Cain and Abel Part 2. So let's get started. Alright guys, so as I said, we're going to be drawing our interpretation of Cain and Abel in the Bible Part 2. So let's jump on over to our sketch pads and let's start drawing, okay? So last time when we were drawing Abel. So I actually just want to go back and add a few more details on Abel, then we're going to draw Cain and kind of finish up the drawing all together, okay? So we're going to come over here on the right side where Abel is, and we're going to just kind of, add a few more details here and there throughout, okay? So come on over here to your right side, and as you can see, Abel's hair is black, so we're going to go ahead and color in his hair, okay? Now since we have our kind of basic outline. And I'm just leave a little part white in his hair, kind of representing that his ear is there, okay? Alright. And I would prefer you using a pencil. In this case, try not to use pen. So if you ever want to go back and add extra detail, you can just simply erase, okay? Okay. Leaving that little space there for his ear. Okay, coloring in the beard a little bit more there. Without coloring in your lines, okay? So you don't lose the outlines that you have drawn, okay? So we're just adding a little bit more detail to Abel, then we're going to start drawing Cain, okay? Almost finished with coloring in the hair here. Okay? And I'm going to outline his mouth a little bit more so it doesn't disappear. Alright? Like that. And as you can see on the garment, there are a few more details. So I left off kind of drawing down here, where it's like kind of a belt, and the garment here. So I'm going to go back right here and start kind of separating the black lines and the white lines, okay? Just kind of get us a few lines going, while leaving a few spaces throughout. All of this just adds a little bit more detail to the photo, okay? So just kind of adding a few more details on the kind of belt down here. Okay, and now you can see up here how it's like shade kind of lines. So we're going to do that next, okay? Adding any more kind of detailed lines represented on the reference. Just like a slight kind of gray shade, not too dark, okay? Just kind of representing the different designs on the garment. Alright, then we're going to come down here to the bottom. You can see it's kind of zigzags on the garment down here. So we're going to do that next. Top, left to right, left to right. Alright, now do another one next to it, leaving a little gap. And another one. Got our line going down the middle. And another zigzag. This one's right to left. And a few more, and these are a little smaller, okay? So it's like 1, 2, 3. And more of a swivel down here on the bottom, okay? Alright, now you can see it's kind of the same kind of shade lines as up here. So we're going to start doing that. Going left to right. Not making it too dark. Just kind of adds a little bit more detail to the garment here. Kind of doing it in different areas. Just to give kind of that same pattern design, okay? And one more there. Alright. So make sure that's everything on Abel. Adding a few more details up here where the neck and the shoulder is. Okay, and if you want to add any more detail, you can always come back and do that. So now I'm going to move on over to Cain. So we're going to kind of connect Cain like he's standing behind Abel, okay? So what I want to do is I actually kind of want to do the neck to the shoulder so we can make sure it connects, okay? So from the neck, swivel down, and the shoulder connects behind it like that, okay? So that just kind of gives us where we want to start on that side. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of get us an outline of the face, and if we ever need to move that line we can, but that just kind of gives us a basic idea of where we need to start it, okay? So I'm going to start on Cain's hair, kind of how I did Abel here. Starting with his hair. And I'm going to go ahead and draw the kind of band that he has around his head. Kind of like a hoop there. Then you have his hair right here. Kind of like an M. And drawing the rest of the hair. Kind of giving us the outline so we can know where to draw the face. Okay, I'm going to go to my right side. And connecting his hair now to the beard. Just leaving it kind of like a chin kind of outline. So we'll know that that's where the beard starts. And you have his ear over here on the right. And bringing his hair down a little bit like that, okay? Alright, now we kind of have the hair outline. So we're going to put the other ear outline right here, so we'll make sure that we don't cover that up when we're drawing. Alright, now we're going to start kind of giving the inside hair outline, which kind of represents the face outline, okay? So come up here to the top, where this kind of M shape stops right here, starts, and bring that line down. And go up for the beard. Alright, just kind of giving us that outline there. And we now, right here, we have kind of like a frown kind of smile. So we're going to go ahead and draw that so we can make sure we don't color that part in. drawings here. And this drawing is just kind of representing Cain and Abel, as we can see throughout the Bible. And if you don't know the story, this is kind of representing how Abel's brother Cain, kind of had a little bit of jealousy towards him because he was getting more attention, I guess you can say, from God. But that was because Abel was completely humbling himself unto God, and so Cain actually got jealous because of that. So this is kind of representing that story. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of start doing the facial features a little bit more. So this kind of represented his frown and all of that. Alright, I'm drawing the eyes, which he kind of has like a line. A little part for the pupil. And then another line over here. Part for the pupil there. Okay, and as we can see, we are going to have to move this line up a little bit more, but that just kind of gave me a point of where to kind of position Cain, okay? Okay, so I'm going to change this line a little bit, just so it won't seem like his neck is that long. Come about right here. Just kind of bring the shoulder down there. Okay. And come here to your left. Do a slight line for the neck going out. And it kind of merges with the clothing. Okay. And I'm going to pause right here, and we're going to go to a commercial break. And as I said, we're drawing our interpretation of Cain and Abel, which is actually in the book of Genesis. So don't go anywhere. Keep your sketch pads, pencils, erasers, all of that, because we'll be right back after this short break. So don't go anywhere.
Tired of your bland wardrobe? Well, spice things up with Wood Prosper's customizable t-shirts in 3 easy steps. First, go to SIGNUP.com and click the Wood Prosper logo. Then select Create Your Own, and lastly, import your own design or use the ones we pre-made for you. You can even customize mugs, hats, jackets, and so much more. So head on over to SIGNUP.com and click on Wood Prosper today and get your designs noticed.
Alright guys, so as I said before we went to break, we're drawing our interpretation of Cain and Abel in the Bible. So now we're going to continue where we left off, and this is part 2. So let's get back on over to our sketch pad, okay? And you can see on the reference there how I started drawing Cain now, because we kind of have Abel's outline drawing done. So now we're drawing Cain. So I kind of left off drawing the outline of his garment right here, okay? So we're just going to continue where we left off there. Getting this kind of an outline of Cain's garment as he's standing behind Abel. Okay. Alright, so just trying to get kind of my lines. Now I'm going to go ahead and draw his arm over here. So come about right here and start drawing his arm. Okay, and we can see that Cain is actually holding something, so his hand is kind of going like this, okay? So pretty much his, well, my left now arm is pretty much showing, not really so much the right side, okay? So we're going to leave a little gap for what he's holding in his hand there. And draw the hands kind of going up as if he's holding something. Just trying to get us the outline. Kind of the hand and arm kind of thing here. Okay. I'm going to come down a little bit. Leave this gap right here and come down about here. And I'm going to go ahead and finish drawing the garment. Okay, so I'm just kind of drawing the belt kind of right here, okay? Coming down to the garment, bringing it down. Adding a few lines throughout there. Adding a few more details here on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and do our kind of up, down, and our lines there on the reference for the different designs. Just kind of like straight down lines. And the same on the next row. Bit towards the top. Okay. Added a few more lines kind of going up here at the top. And the belt is pretty much straight black. It's just kind of a few hoops. So we're going to do this like one in the middle. It's like a total of 4 kind of hoops going down like that, and then you can color the rest black around it. Just trying to get a basic outline and design so we can know like where to shade and different things like that too, okay? So now I'm going to come right here on this part of the garment. You can see it has the same kind of up down lines. So you're going to come here. Just representing the designs on the garment there. Got a line coming here down. Just like a swoop there. And another line coming down there. Okay? You're going to do the same kind of stroke up down. Okay, like that. Now we're going to come right here and draw the grain that Cain is actually holding in his hand. So this part is kind of like lines, but has design on the end, so you'll know, what we're actually drawing here. So you're going to come kind of here by Abel's arm, like behind Abel's arm. Get your lines going up. You can do it from different angles. Do some in his hand. A few coming out on the side there. Kind of going through like behind his hands so you can represent that he's actually holding it. Gonna add a few little kind of wheat on the end right here. go through and define a few lines. Okay. Just kind of doing them going different ways. Alright, that just kind of gives us that outline for what Cain is actually holding there. And I'm going to bring his arm down so it'll connect behind here. Like that. Add in a few more details up top. Like that. Just add a few more details that we see on the reference to the clothing or to Cain's kind of body up here, okay? Now I'm going to add the designs here on the garment up top. Our up-down lines. And our shade. Remember, not too dark. Bring this down a little bit more. Just kind of get us a design going right there. Alright, now we're going to color in Cain's hair, which is a straight black shade. And as you can see on the behind Cain and Abel on the reference, you can see there's kind of like a representation of a shadow holding something over someone, and that's just kind of representing Cain when his jealousy basically got so much he actually ended up killing his brother Abel. So that's kind of what the shadow in the back is kind of representing during this specific time period. So I'm going to try and draw that there. It's up to you if you want to draw that or not. Just trying to add a few more details up here on the top. Add some more shade to his beard here. Trying to fill in a few of those gaps. Okay. Now I'm going to start drawing the shadow represented right here behind. So it's kind of like beside Abel's head. You got an arm going out. It's kind of like a shadow here in the back. Representing that he's holding something. Then I'll make the head up a little higher. You can see it's kind of like lines, just because it's kind of a background kind of thing. Okay. Then we have Abel. So it's up to you if you want to draw this in the back. It just kind of represents further what happened, okay? So I'm going to stop right here, and that pretty much wraps up part 2 of Cain and Abel. So I'm just going to stop right there, and that just kind of wraps up the story of Cain and Abel. Make sure you all go over to www.smicapp.com and click on Would Prosper so you can get your designs noticed today, okay? And make sure you go over to www.abamcenter.com and make sure you go on over there. Awesome biblical characters that you'll love, awesome portraits, so much over there that you all love. And if you want to further help in supporting Heart for Art during the lives and just an entire Heart for Art journey, you can actually support there on the bottom. You can actually see the Cash App there on the bottom there. So if you want to support further, you can do that as well. Remember, join us here every Tuesday, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. I have been your hostess, ZMarie here with Heart for Art Live. I have so much fun with you guys. Have an awesome time, and I hope to see you all on next Tuesday, 2 p.m., okay? Have an awesome and blessed day, guys. Have fun.
To understand God's calling for your life as a visual artist? Well, now you can. Zoe Hoffman's book entitled How to Get Answers Every Time You Pray for Visual Artists, which is inspired by Apostle Dr. Ludi L. Hoffman's book, How to Get Answers Every Time You Pray, The Power of Partnership, you will be guided through what needs to be done in order to properly stay in God's will for your life as an artist. Go online to www.abamcenter.com and order your copy today.